Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? So, welcome to WiP Weekend number 14. I'm almost positive. It's 14. I hope that I'm right. This has been crazy. I haven't known what number or what edition or what anything I've been doing all week. I explained that a little bit yesterday, but this week has been crazy. I'll leave it at that. A little bit stressful, a little bit weird, a little bit unplanned. This whole month has been a little bit unplanned, right? I don't know about you guys, but it has for me anyway. So WiP Weekend. Where was I? Not as much has gotten done as I had hoped to have gotten done because, as stated yesterday, I have been furiously working as much as I can on my Lost Boys blanket for the February movie marquee challenge. But I did get some progress done on this. Now, if you are new to WiP Weekend, let me introduce you to what we're doing here. Basically, I have this conglomerate of old WIPs. I think most of us do. And not all of us. Some of you guys, congratulations on doing only one WIP at a time or only one or two and have somewhat manageable lives, but that's not me. Or hasn't been me in the past. Like maybe once I catch up, maybe it will be. I don't think it will be, but maybe it will be. Like at least for a while. You know how once you get everything like cleaned up and everything and then you're kind of like, yep, it's going to be great. I'm never going back to the old ways again. And then slowly start a new project. That's probably going to be me. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm only going to do one or maybe two WIPs. That's it. No, then I'm going to start something new. But I decided I definitely, with the amount that I have, need to like get them going, get working on them. A couple of them, I think along the way, I probably have just decided this isn't for me anymore and frogged them. Some of them, like the one we're about to be talking about, I had to change up because I talked at great length when I introduced this project about how I just was finding no joy with it. And then I changed a little something up about it and it kind of gave me like the spark to want to redo it and, or rejoin the project again. And, yeah, so I've rejoined up with it and connected with it again and, restarted it. So yeah, that's what I've done. So what the abandoned project was the Fabulous Fall Throw, which is a red heart pattern, but the Crochet Crowd does a tutorial for it. I think when I was looking that up, there may have been another tutorial also for it from somebody, at least like a partial one. I'm not entirely sure. So I know a few people have mentioned that Mikey goes too fast for, too fast for them. And if that's the case, there may be another tutorial or two out there. Also, you can slow it down, the YouTube videos, if they go too fast. I know some people actually like to speed them up for those of you who find that we talk too slow. But, or just want to fit more of us into your daily lives. But you can slow down videos also. So you could, if you don't want to just like go forward and go backward, because sometimes if I don't catch something that somebody says, I just, go backwards and rewatch it a little bit. But you can slow it down, I guess, too. I've never actually done that on purpose. I think I've done it by accident once. I've sped it up by accident. Anyway, the Fabulous Fall Throw. Anyway, and what I discovered about it, let me show you a square that I have previously done. So what I discovered about it, which is the same as one of the last projects I just did, was I don't like this open airiness, right? I did it because I really liked these colors that I'm working with, and I wanted to use them up, but I also liked them a lot. They speak to me. They're my colors. They are basically like a set of the older Impeccable from Michaels. When it was a little bit more old Red Heartish, it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's scratchy, but it's definitely not scratchy. Thicker, not thicker. Stiffer. It's definitely stiffer. Let's go with that. Than the newer, softer ones. But I feel like most likely in the wash this will soften up. Working with it even, it's softened up a little bit. So I feel like probably after washing it, it'll soften up. But there is some really nice texture. Not just like the middle kind of grabs your eye, but even like up in here, there's some nice crisscrossing. In the corners, there's some nice texture going on where it branches out and everything. It is a nice square, and Mikey sews them together. The pattern calls for sewing them together. You guys know I'm doing the continuous join. You already know that. If it's any sort of like choice of mine, I'm going to do the continuous join. And I had started doing the continuous join. I had started doing it in this color, which is a Red Heart with Love, which is some of the little overstock that I had gotten from that Walmart Black Friday sale many moons ago. This is in the color Pewter. But I liked the gray with all these fall colors. Let me get my pile out. I had these fall colors. Okay. And yeah, I even have the mixed falling leaves one. But I just, it isn't that I didn't like the gray either. I did have an epiphany though. I'm going to say an epiphany because I asked for you guys' like ideas, and some of you guys said different things like, backing it, which was ultimately the best idea ever. But some of you said like backing it with fabric. Some of you said backing it with another blanket. Some of you guys said backing it with the gray. Some of you said backing it with other colors of this, I think, or that was an idea I had of my own. I can't remember which. But backing it was a really popular choice, and I liked that. But none of, like, I can't sew for anything. That did not appeal to me. So if we're doing it for the sake of the appeal, the sewing was out the window. I couldn't do that. And you know, the point of a lot of my projects this year is to use up yarn, right? Because I'm clearing out this crap, not clearing it out, but like cleaning it up and making some space. I want to clear out a lot of space over here where you can't see it so that I can give you guys a craft room tour, so that I have, this is a smaller space to sit. I would like to clear out this area and have like a little cozy nook over here. I could film then over here. And I have a new goal where I had made the comment that I have one other like utility shelf over here of yarn. I would like to use up enough yarn to get rid of that. And this small little shelf. I know you can't see any of this, but like I'm hoping that you remember by my gestures where I have some stuff. I have a utility shelf and I have a small little shelf. And I'd like to get rid of both of those so that I can make this little cozy nook, basically. And when the wall space then is free, that's where I can hang my autographed pictures, because I have my autographed Hopper picture. I have my autographed Steve picture from Stranger Things, which are my true loves. I have my Bon Jovi signed autographed pictures. I have more Fozzie pictures. I would like to hang those on the wall, and like while it was a great idea to have this cubby behind me of shelves, it left me with no wall space still. So, not the smartest idea as far as keeping that in mind. So my next goal, like I said, is to clear up some wall space also. So that being said, I have all these squares and I wanted to use up my yarn. So I had a couple of these Karen 1-pounders it's a beautiful dark purple color. The color is deep violet, dark purple, deep violet. I was close. So you can see, right, that I've already started using it. I made some solid, well, let me say that I dug into, before I talk about the purple, I had green and brown left, because I have 2 of each of the colors, right, of all those colors I just showed you, 2 of each of those, 3 of the variegated one. Those will give me a pretty hefty size blanket, because they'll make 3 squares each of the solids, and 3 squares, 6 squares for every, or 5 squares for every 2 variegated. So the 3 variegated should make 6 squares, 7 squares. I might be able to push out 8 squares with all the little scraps of it. Anyway, I'm not going to math the variegated part. I'll have enough anyway. And I did work through the green. So I have all of my green squares of one of the skeins. Sorry, I got glitter. I did my makeup for a second day in a row. I've been feeling makeup-y. But I don't know how well it picks up on camera. But I did tell you guys that I am basically, if you've ever heard the term, a glitter goth. So my makeup is very, and this is at the end of the day, it's like 4 in the morning. I did my makeup at 2 in the afternoon. So, but I'm very glittery, at least I was. And my lashes still have a ton of glitter on them. So I was like, when I'm doing this number, I'm like blinking some glitter out of my eye. So I'm not being weird or like, anyway. And I know you may say, but that's not very goth. That's not heavy makeup. I can't wear this heavy makeup. And I don't know, like, you don't have to be, in my opinion, heavily make-upped to be goth. Like, you can be casually goth also, you know. Like, I'm a believer that goth is a state of mind. Anyway, we're not really here to talk about that, are we? So I did get some of the green squares done, and they're, as you see, still open. But now we're getting to the exciting purple part. So you did see, like I said, that I have worked on the purple some, and I made these solid granny squares out of the purple, just solid. But I had this epiphany, like I said before, to just, as I made them, join them to each square, right? So I made them, and the last row I just went ahead and crocheted them around to this. So I joined them as I went to this part, and when I do my continuous join, also in the purple is my plan. I can continuous join. I have my border. I'm saying this like it's like this ingenious idea I came up with. I didn't come up with this, but like I came up with it for this. So I'm like, anyway. But here's the thing, right? Like when I made these, and let me show it to you. I did an orange one also, and I'm loving the colors. I'm loving how they came out with the colors. I wanted to show them to you both because it'll just be easier to show you on the orange, I think, when I pull back, because the green one didn't look as defined back here. But the orange, the original square, this is 11 rows, I think. And they do some, like, I want to say funky things, or like kind of ingenious things, I guess. Like in the corners, they do instead of doing like 2 stitches and chain 1 or 2 and then 2 more stitches, there's like 5 stitches here to round out a corner and like that sort of thing. So they're not like traditional squares in a sense. And of course, the whole center part is not traditional, like, you know, here where they're traditional sized stitches in each row going up, right? So it's not a specific match each way. So where this is 11 rows, this is, I want to say I did 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 9 rows plus the joining border, so 10 with that. So even with 9 rows in the purple and the 11 rows of the square, it's just ever so slightly bigger or stiffer than it. Because I mean, it's slightly stiff on its own, slightly, right? I mean, they're still floppy. They'll still be blankety, but it almost blocks the square, right? Because like, look how, I don't want to say scrunchy it is, but like, that's the kind of thing like I would want. In fact, I think in the video, Mikey suggests like steam blocking it for the shape, right? I don't have to do that because this square behind it basically blocked it for me. And it's holding the shape really nicely. And I'm sure like once it's joined, that's not going to get all floppity then. So like, I think that turned out so great. I know I'm going to love that. And the continuous join isn't going to make it, it's not like a super stiff joint or anything like that. So it's not going to make it like super rigid or super stiff. It's not going to make it any worse. It's just going to be a really squishy, soft, cuddly blanket. I love it so much already. Like just having the squares, I'm like, it's wonderful. So, I do only have these two squares right now. But like once I did this one, I was going to just like go through the green as I made them. And the next color out at my desk is the brown because that's the last one I have to go through before I start the next series of colors all over again. But I wanted to come in with an existing square that I'd already made. So I might just finish the brown up, and then before I start the second set of the same colors again, I might just come through with the purple and purpleize all of these right now too. I don't know. I'll decide when I get to that part, I guess. Like after I make the brown ones, I'll decide. But I'm really loving these. So what do you guys think? I'm pretty happy. If you can't tell, I'm really happy with it. Like, I like it a lot. So I really hope you guys do too, because I loved your suggestions and took them to heart. And thank you for helping me with that decision. Yeah. So that's how far I have gotten on it. And like I said, there won't be... I'm sure I'm going to pick this up because I'm pretty excited about it. Although I am going to be trying to work my little fingers off on my Lost Boys blanket. So I don't know how much the next episode is going to be different. We'll see. But I will come back and show you some progress, if nothing else. But if nothing else, I'll do some purple squares and be excited about it all over again, I'm sure. But I guess we'll have to wait and find out, right? So I hope you guys are having a really great weekend. I hope that you are getting some projects done and starting ones that you're excited about also. And yeah, don't forget this evening, like I'm going to bed now. When this video comes up, I'll be going to bed. But when I get up and at some point, either before or after Damon and I go do our errands and such, I will be doing the drawing for the Brighten Somebody's Day giveaway that is 3 videos back now, so you might want to take a peek. And then I'll be starting the next one because, yeah, I definitely want to... you guys are a part of my cleaning out the craft room area also. Like, I want to share with you guys, so... Hopefully I find some stuff in here that some of you guys will like. All right. Oh, this chair tonight. Some nights it's not squeaky at all. And some nights it's like every time I move, it squeaks. I think it's the weather. It's like my bones. Every time I move, sometimes I feel like I squeak because of the weather. All right. All right. That's enough babbling. I will talk to you guys tonight. That's odd to say. I always say see you in the next video, but I will talk to you tonight. And I love you. And bye. Bye, guys.